Hello. In this video, we will show you how to create 3 color progress donut charts that change color depending on the values they display. In this example, they display values from the pivot table, which is in the upper left. I hope you enjoy the video and subscribe to the channel. So let's get to it. I took the values for the chart from a pivot table, but that value can also be the result of a calculation or a value entered as a constant in a cell. That's how I do it too. I call the value my value. Next, I prepare 3 levels according to which I will use colors in the chart. I call them level 1 to level 3. I immediately color the individual levels. I want level 1 to be red. I give level 2 an orange color. And finally, I color level 3 green. So that I don't forget, or rather, so that I can work better, I write down. I want a red color when my value is less than or equal to 40%. Level 2. In my case, the orange color will be if my value is greater than 40% and at the same time, less than or equal to 60%. Green color is when my value is greater than 60%. In the next column, I write down the individual values. I will use them as arguments in the calculations. So, 40%, 60%. Well, and I'll end it with 100%. That's the maximum value. Okay, I select the cells in which the values for the chart will be. I format these cells with a percentage number format, without decimal places. First, I enter a value for my value into this cell. I enter 44%. I'm going to create calculations that calculate the values for display in the chart. So, for the red color, I insert a function from the logical category. The function is called if. I calculate if my value is less than or equal to 40%. Then, so the second argument of the function, I want to have my value in the cell. Otherwise, so the third argument, the result should be nothing, so an empty string. An empty string is entered as 2 quotation marks in Excel calculations. For values that should be green, values above 60%, I do it similarly. I insert the if function from the logical category again. If my value is greater than 60%, then the result of the if function is my value. Otherwise, the result is an empty string. A little more complicated, but only a little, is the calculation for level 2, between 40% and 60%. 2 conditions must be met. Both must be fulfilled at the same time. I insert a logical function if. I check whether 2 conditions apply, and simultaneously. So I insert the in function into the first line of the if function. If it is not in the list of recently used, then I go through more functions. In the logical functions category, I select the in function. I'm doing 2 conditions. The first condition is whether my value is greater than 40%. The second condition is whether my value is less than or equal to 60%. I don't confirm OK yet, because the if function has 3 arguments, and I've only done the first one. I click on the name of the if function in the formula bar. The arguments window has changed to the if function window. I click on the second argument. If both conditions are met, the result is my value. Otherwise, the result is an empty string. I'm testing. The value 25% is shown in red. The value 44% is shown in orange. And finally, the value 66% is shown in green. Okay, Next, I need to calculate the rest to 100%. You probably know that 100% is entered as the number 1 in Excel calculations. I'll show you why. In the percentage number format window, it says that percentage formats multiply the cell value by 100 and displays the result with a percent symbol. So the number 1 times 100 with the percent symbol is 100%. I'm doing the calculation. First, I'm going to add these 3 cells together using the sum function. Then I click after the equal symbol and add 1 minus. So this means 100% minus the sum of cells F6 to F8. In my entry, the result is 34%, which is the rest to 100%. Okay, I'm done. I insert a chart. On Insert tab, in the Charts group, I select Donut. I move it a little to the side so that it does not overlap the data. In the Select Data command, I click to add a series of data. And in the series values, I select these 4 cells. I confirm OK. I go to Change or Edit the colors. I select the rest up to 100%, click again, and color it with gray or another inconspicuous color. For 66%, I leave the color green. I change my value to 44%. I also have an orange color in the chart, but if I wanted a different one, I can change it again using the familiar procedure. And when I change my value to 22%, the chart should be red. I select, click again, and change the fill color to red. I test again to be sure. 20% is red. 44% is orange. And 66% is green. Perfect. I will change the chart title as needed. I am now removing it. I am also removing the legend. We now want the chart to display the value of how many percents the chart displays. I change the size, move it a little so that I have room to work. On the Insert tab, in the Text group, I select the Text Box command. Since I want a square text box, I hold down the Shift key while inserting. I need this text box 3 times, so I will duplicate it. When the text box is selected, I press Ctrl+D twice. I arrange it so that I can see all the text boxes. In order to see the values in the text boxes, I need to link them to the corresponding cells. I select the first text box and click in the formula bar. I type the equal symbol and click in cell F6 and confirm with Enter. The second text box, again in the formula bar, I type equals and click in the cell for level 2, that is, in cell F7. And I also select the third text box and link it to cell F8. I'm testing. 22% is in the text box for the red color. 44% is in the text box for the orange color. 66% is in the green text box. I select all 3 text boxes using the Control key and set the vertical alignment to middle and the horizontal alignment to center. I increase the font size too. I test again. I have to go back. The orange color in the text box is different from the chart, so I change the orange color in the chart. I want to arrange the text boxes so that they are one behind the other. I select them all, and on the Shape Format tab, Align Command, I select Align Center and Align Middle. I need to improve this because the text boxes are opaque. So, when they are all selected, on the Shape Format tab, I choose a shape, Fill No Fill. I'm checking if everything is okay. I see 44%, I see 22%, I see 66%. Everything is fine. Now, since I want to move all the text boxes at once, and also for future manipulation, it is convenient to make a group of objects from them. When I select one, on the Shape Format tab in the Selection pane command, I select all 3 text boxes again with the Control key. I create a group in the Group command and group again. Now, I can move to the center of the chart. It helps me that I can see the framing. When it is positioned according to my idea, I remove the framing. On the Shape Format tab, in the Shape Outline command, I choose No Outline. This time I will really test it for the last time. 22% red, 44% orange, and 66% green. Don't forget to group the text boxes in the chart. Everything works perfectly. Subscribe to the channel and watch more great Excel videos.